All right, sorry guys, it took a while to get this set up because Zoom and my internet was kind of messing up. All right, so we're going to be talking about harmonic patterns and how to use them. So for the first picture on this slide, this is more like a, well, usually let's start with this. Usually when you draw up harmonic patterns, you want to do it on the greatest support. All right. So right here, it tested it right here. It bounced off. Also right here and also right here. And usually when drawing up harmonic patterns, you want to start with the lowest low. So if I was drawing up a pattern like this, I would have put the X right about here. And I'm going to go in further detail explaining all about that. All right, geometry and the Fibonacci numbers. So similar to the Fibonacci retracement, when you draw up these harmonic patterns, you will notice a continuance, not a continuance, but a that is very similar to the Fibonacci retracement numbers. So the primary ratio is found in almost all natural and environmental structures. Since the patterns repeat throughout nature and within the society, the ratio is also seen in the financial markets, specifically the not harmonic, but the Fibonacci retracements. By finding these patterns, you can apply almost any Fibonacci ratio to any pattern to try to predict the future movements. So similar to what the cloud does, but the cloud already predicts it for you, but you specifically predict your own way or movement into the market with the Fibonacci, with the harmonic patterns. We have a question, let's see. Good evening, good evening. I appreciate the bonus trains. Yeah, I try. As much knowledge as I get, I really do try to share with all of you. All right. So with the issues with the harmonics, harmonic patterns are precise, but they require a pattern to show movements in order for the unfolding of that pattern to provide you with, you know, an accurate reversal point. So with that, usually when you draw up these harmonic patterns, you find that reversal. All right, just like when Dr. K is doing her, you know, her 10 pips and dip, or she's on the advanced Forex channel, and everybody's trying to get out of the car. You know, you're trying to get out of the trade because it's pulling back. Well, usually what you can do is you can draw up your harmonic scanner, and it works with all time frames. You know, you can drop your harmonic pattern on a 15-minute chart, and then you can find that exact reversal point. All right. A trader might often see a pattern that looks like a harmonic pattern, but the Fibonacci levels will not align in the pattern. And I will go into further detail about that. So with the Fibonacci levels, you know, you have the 38.2, the 68.2, the 0.5, and then all the way to the bottom, you have the 100 and so on, the 200. All right. Next slide. Give me a second. So watch out. All right. Danger occurs when a trader, before I get to this slide, let me further talk about this. So when you're drawing up your harmonic patterns, you know, you want it to be not so, you want to find the perfect entries, you know, to get in that reversal point, but that's not always the case. And, you know, and the numbers won't always line up exactly how you want them. But as long as you see a harmonic pattern showing, you'll be able to catch, you know, a little bit of, you know, 10, 15, 30, 40, even more pips in that reversal zone. So when a trader takes a position, so this kind of relates to anybody. So when you take a position in the reversal area, when you draw up your harmonic pattern, sometimes it doesn't always work out in the way you expect it to work out. All right. So when you draw up these patterns, that's why I tell you it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be to the point where it looks or nearly looks as good as a, a defined harmonic pattern. Because sometimes you think okay, this is a harmonic pattern. I got this. This is a bat. This is a crab pattern, Gartley pattern. And then you look and you see it, and then you draw it up, and then it does the opposite. That's why you put your stop losses. You have your win to lose ratio, and any risk is involved when you get into a trade. That's why it's good to have proper risk management. So it's going to be a little difficult right here, the numbers, but just stay with me. Earlier I was talking about the Fibonacci numbers, 0.618, on the Fibonacci retracement at 61.8. All right. So this isn't as famous as the bat pattern, but you can use it in almost any move. So we would use the bullish example. All right. So the price moves up to A. All right. Price moves up to A. Stay with me. And then it corrects, and B is a 0.618 retracement of wave A. All right. The price moves up to BC. All right. This would be your support right here, and this would be your resistance. All right. The price moves up via BC, and there's a 0.382 to 0.886 retracement of AB. So CB is a retracement of AB. It's going down to AB, then it retraces all the way up from B to C. Now, when I tell you about these numbers, they don't have to be exact, because you're not gonna find. Well, it's possible. You're not always gonna draw up a perfect harmonic pattern. All right. So the next move is down via CD. So it retraces all the way from A to B, retraces from B going up to C, and then it retraces from C going to D. And really, with the harmonic patterns, you will find this often when you get to trading a lot during one of the, like, let's say the Asian session when you don't have a lot of volatility in the market. You will find these what you call M's and W's. You don't realize it now, but after this, you'll probably start realizing, like, hey, that's a harmonic pattern. You never knew it until now. All right. So the next move down is via CD. All right. It is an extension of 1.13 to 1.618, right up in here. I tell you not to worry about the numbers, because that's not really. It is important to know, the Fibonacci retracement numbers. But as long as you see the pattern and you know what it's going to do, then you can predict the future and further yourself into a greater reversal point. And point D is a 0.786 retracement of XA right here. Point D. So we're going long, all right? So really what you need to do is when you draw up these harmonic patterns, you just look at the D, because that's going to show you, okay, hey, I'm going into a sale, or this market has been following into a sale, and then it gets to that. Let's say this is support right here, but then again it acts as a resistance and it goes all the way up. So just look for the D. So when the D is going down, you know that it's getting ready to go long, and when the D is at its high, you can go for a short and you can sell it. All right, let's talk about butterfly. All right, so the butterfly pattern is different from the Gartley in that the butterfly has point D extending beyond point X, as you can see it right here. Point D is slightly above X, and right here, X is slightly above D. So what you can remember about the Gartley, if X is above D, then it is a Gartley. If D is above X, then it is a butterfly. All right. So now we'll be doing let's talk about going short. Let's talk about a sell. All right. The price is dropping to A. All right. Going down to A. The up wave is AB, so it retraces going up to AB, which is a 0.7x retracement. Don't worry too much of the numbers. Let's see. BC is a 0.38 to 0.86 retracement of AB. So AB retrace going down to BC. All right. So when I say 0.382 to 0.886, you'll find that often that these numbers, when you start drawing these up, this is the width. All right, right here. So if your width between A and C is, roughly around 0.3 to 0.886, then you know you have a good butterfly showing up, and it's good. All right, and CD is a retracement of 61.8. If we're dealing with the harmonic, not harmonic, but the Fibonacci retracements to a 2.24. All right, so if BD right here is the length. Let's say the length is 1.168. I mean 1.618 to 2.24. As long as it's in between these numbers, it doesn't have to be exact, and it can be beyond 2.24. You're not going to have a perfect pattern, but as long as these numbers are between 0.618, 1.618 to 2.24, then you will have a good setup coming in. All right, the bat. What most people really love is the bat. That's most of the time. That's what I trade on, because if you know what a bat does, it flaps its wings. All right. So there's a rise in XA right here. X is down here. You really can't see it. So all these pretty much repeat themselves. All right, and I'm going to go into further explaining about that. But B retraces to 0.382 from A. BC retraces to 0.382 to 0.886. So when you look at these numbers, all of these numbers are almost exact same. If not, I believe they are the same. Because if you look at the butterfly, you have 1.618. You have 0.382. All right, you have 1.618 and then 0.382. So all of these patterns continually repeat themselves, but they're different. They're all M's, they're all W's, but you have to know if you're trading a bat. You have to know if you're trading a Gartley. You have to know if you're trading a crab. All right. So like I said, you find D, and then if it's at the bottom, you buy, and if it's at the top, you sell. All right. So this is a crab. I also like these because when you drop a crab pattern, you'll see that B, C, and D is long, right? And also, if you love geometry, these are right angles. So almost all of these, these patterns are dealing with right angles, right? And then it corrects themselves, all right? So with these, I most of the time get make enough, a lot of pips when dealing with the bat, because it's so long. Because most of the time when you're trading these patterns, they almost always, not always, but almost always go up. They retrace back to B, right? So if we were going to find a potential buy in the reversal zone, I would get right here, and then I would probably put my take profit right where you know, ABC crosses at this intersection right here. Let's say I was going for a sell, going down to the B again. And I will want to put my take profit, you know, right up in here with B, right? So with these patterns, you can go, you know, I like to use these patterns on the Ichimoku cloud, you know, because with the Ichimoku cloud, you know, it already tells you what's going to happen in the future. So with these patterns, along with the Ichimoku cloud, you can really make, you know, some good profit off of these. Let's say that the twist, let's say that the cloud is way up here, you know, above these. And then you see that, Kumo twist. You see the Ichimoku cloud twisting up into a buy. And then you see this right here. And then automatically you know that it might either hit, you know, resistance. It might, you know, it might go up to the cloud and hit resistance, or it might go through that Kumo twist. All right. And that is it. Y'all have any questions? Anybody?
Can you show us an example of that?
Yeah, if you can do that on the chart, if you could draw some patterns that's on the chart, that'd be good.
I know a little bit of geometry about these, you know, I possibly could. Yeah. All right. How about this? Let's talk about some geometry for a while. All right. So
Willie,
you have these perfect
Willie,
triangles, you know, as long as you have these triangles in the middle. What I specifically like to do when drawing up patterns, I look for these right here. This is what you need to look for, you know, in order for a good setup. Give me 1 second, guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I was just making, you know, just making sure. Yes, I'm going to get to examples. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, Verity, you might need to reload your Zoom. All right. All right. Give me 1 second.
Why can't I go? For what? It's not gonna be nothing for kids to do.
Please mute your line if you're not asking a question. Thank you.
Give me 1 moment. Okay. All right. So let me know if y'all can see my trading view. All right.
Yes, we can see it.
someone asked the question, which time frame do you draw the patterns on?
All right. Let's draw up some patterns. All right. I already have a pattern drew up for you right here, but I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second. Let's delete this. Remove. So as you can see, let's drop some regular support and resistance.
Hi, Willie. Willie. Can anybody hear me? This is Dr. K.
We can hear you, Dr. K.
I can't hear you.
I usually drop
Okay,
the
I was trying to get
1
his attention.
hour time
I can
frame. Yeah, I usually drop on the 1 hour time. Sometimes I to get a quick to get time I try. So right now that is usually what I draw it on. Crypto. Notice how I draw. All right. So look at these from X, A to B. You notice that triangle is high right here to this low, and also again at this good support right here. Usually what you want to do for that X, you always want to put it at the highest high. So we can go ahead and put some resistance right here. All right.
Continue his hard mile.
Can I hear you? Can y'all hear me
It's okay now.
clearly? So with this pattern, what do you see? What pattern do you see that we have all covered? It comes and goes like a paycheck. Oh yeah.
But
Yes, you see a crab and is ready for its sale. Like I was telling y'all early, it is good to catch these crabs. It is very good because we know this is not yet finished on the 1 hour. So we drew it up right here. Don't focus too much on the numbers. And then we looked for the possible entry at D, right? You could have got in the sale right here. That could have gave you, let's see.
You sit in the back and I don't have enough room. I do.
That minute there. Do you always use the 1 hour? No, I don't always use the 1 hour. I use the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and sometimes the 4 hour. Sometimes the 4 hour. But most of the time, what I like to do is use the 1 hour. All right. So notice this overall sale. Because if you can see it on the 4 hour, time frames, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the day. You can even swing trade this. You can go the monthly. Sorry if y'all can't hear me as well. I believe the internet is having technical difficulties, so it's beyond my control right now. So just bear with me when I'm trying to explain these harmonic patterns, all right? So you notice right here that is going into an overall sell. Hasn't yet hit the support. It could possibly go down to A, all right? But let me show y'all something else. You also didn't have to put, you could have started right here. You could have started right here. Let's use the 1 hour. Do you start right after the recent consolidation to get the highest point? Yes, I do. I do start after the recent consolidation to get the highest point. Yes. Notice this drop, and then it retraces, and then it drops again. So yes, I do. Can you please explain where you click there? Can you please, why you click? So while I'm clicking every time I click, all right. I might have to explain that a little better. So what I see are patterns down my click, right? So if we can find, okay. So let's find a better setup. All right. So we can do, let's see this right here. Notice it is going down. It forms that triangle. And then they're not always perfect. They're not always perfect. But if you can see this triangle right here, you can see this triangle right here. That's why I say, as long as you see these triangles right up in the middle right here, you know that it's going to be, you're going to gain some good profit. And then you could have waited right here and you could have sold it, right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. All right, let's look for a buy. Perfect. All right, so let's look for a buy. So we can go. We can put a support right here. But the pattern is not formed if not. Will the patterns conform if you're not connecting it right? Yes, I can add the cloud. So you have, yes, formed. You know, you just have to draw it and see if you know how I explain it. So when you draw these harmonic patterns, the pattern doesn't have to be exactly right, but it does have to form a pattern. You know, it doesn't have to be the perfect pattern, but as long as it forms a pattern, all right? So we can put one. Not right here, because you want to look for the triangles, right? Dun, dun, dun. See a little choppy. Cloud, yeah. I use the cloud. That's probably the only indicator I use, the cloud and also the harmonic patterns. It's probably about it. So let's try the 15-minute. I'm trying to find the best entry to put you guys into a buy. All right. Because buys and sells are a little bit different. So let's see. No, buys and sales are a little bit different. Let's give me one moment. So X. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So let's do this. So X, A, P, nope, sorry, give me a second. Okay, here we go. So, yep, X, A, B. They're not always going to be perfect. They're not always going to go into your direct. So with this, as long as it forms, you know, some triangle, right? See right here? And really what you would want to do is you are expecting this candle, this rise to shift and go this way. So you would want it to be this candle right here. You would want it to be like this, following that C. But instead, it didn't go in your favor. It went the totally opposite, and then it went into a, you know, it shot straight up. All right, it shot straight up. So let me add the cloud. All right. And then I'll show y'all how to use it with the cloud. Let me change the settings. Six, 13, 26. And let's try, also try another pair. Let's try fourth pair. D, okay. Support. So you want to do your support lines, right? To find better entries to draw up your Ichimoku clouds. At least I think they help. So I can show you. So let's look at this right here. All right. Let's say that you wanted to draw a pattern and you notice that it was going into a cell, which it did. Let's draw the pattern. Let's say X. You wanted to be right here. A. That's why I tell you, you have to make sure, you know, you form that triangle. All right. So let's say you want to draw a pattern and you want it to be like this. Let's say that the marker moved right here, in which it didn't. As if you can see in the cloud, you expected it to go past the cloud, which it didn't. It continued to go into a bearish movement, and then boom, right here. All right. Didn't go exactly how you planned, but then it still went into a sell. Yeah, as long as it's recognizable as some, as long as it's recognizable by some triangular pattern, you'll be able to profit off of a bat or a Gartley or, you know, a crab, right? And then there are, I call them sideways crab patterns, all right? So you got your X right here, got your A right here, your B right here, got your C right here, and then you have your D right up in here. All right. And then it continued to sell. And then you can, and then when you start doing these patterns, you can even put patterns on top of each other. So I'll show you this. Try not to information overload, y'all. So like I drew earlier, X right here. And then it continued to sell. But what you also could have done, let's delete this. You could have done this. X, A, B, C, and D. All right, yeah. Also could have done this. X, A, B, C, D. Now that was almost perfect, right? Sometimes patterns don't always be a bat or, you know, a crab or a gartlet, but they do form triangles. So if you look from A to B, you know, it is going with the triangle. It is going into a downtrend. And then from B to C, it is going with the triangle. It is going into a buy. And then it continues into that triangle. And then there's a buy right here. You could have got right here, and then you could have rolled it all the way to the top. All right. Now, and also with the cloud, all right? So you notice how the D is right here? when I tell you, you look for the D. All right. So the D is saying goodbye, and then you also see that the cloud is saying goodbye. But then you recognize this twist. But before that twist, you see the D. All right. You notice that D is going to a buy, and then you notice that the cloud is also going to a buy. So there is your double confirmation. All right. Let's try it on the monthly. All right. This is GBP USD. So let's get rid of all these drawing tools. So right here, all right, we're going for a short. Right here, you notice that the pattern not too perfect, but it aligns with the triangle. If you can see it, just like this, all right. Got the market moving up into an uptrend, and then it goes down into a downtrend. It sells, then it buys, and then it sells again. And then also, you have it at your area of support. Support right here, support right here. And also, if you keep looking, I think that's about it. It doesn't let you go any further than that. But yes, so you have your double support right here. And usually what it does, since it hit the support earlier and it bounced off into a buy. And this is on the monthly chart. And it hit it again. So what can you say? You say you see this Kumo twist right here. And usually what that means it's going into a buy. It's going to shoot through the cloud. You just have to give it a few candles. All right. So you look for the D, and then it goes through that Kumo twist. And then it can sometimes go like this. And it just forms more patterns. It just forms more, more confirmations, more bats, more Gartleys, The M's and W's of the market. So that's what I call it. Love these moves. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Are you in a trade right now that you need some more extra confirmation?
Can you look at gold?
Any questions? All right. All right. Let's do some more. Let's do some more technical analyses about these harmonic patterns. Look at gold. Look at God. All right. All right, let's look. Seems like I already have these things marked. Let me get rid of all that. So we can do, let's look at let's just look at 1 hour. All right, let's look at a 1 hour. Let's take it back. So I'm gonna do a series of bats, all right? So let's do it like this. X, A, B, C. Look at that. You have multiple entries to get in because all these are just M's, you know, they're just creating M's, all right? So let's also look at this. Would you say when price is at support or resistance and the D position is at a support, for example, you can buy up in conjunction with the Kumo twist? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can. And most of the time, when you do these, when the D is, you know, at a support, for example, and then you see that Kumo twist, and yes, that is good to enter into a buy when it's at a support. That is very good. And yeah, all time frames, but I would, you know, kind of stay away from the 1 minute and 5 minute because, you know, the market moves very, you know, those are just pipettes on the 1 minute. In the 5 minute, you could, but I would specifically go to the lowest time frame, which is about 15 minutes. All right. So let's do it again. Look at this, M's and W's, right? X. Look at that. Right there. So you could have drew up much focus on, you know, the different patterns. It is good.
So do you trade on when it goes to the D?
To keep up with them, but as long as you follow the D, then you know where it's going to go. All right, you could have gotten the sale right there, and you could have caught you some, you know,
Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and end this session, and we're gonna reschedule so he can do it again. With evidently we have internet problems, technical difficulties within the neighborhood on the internet. I know it was down the other day for about 3 hours, so they could be still working on it. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. I appreciate you really hopping on. If you can hear me. It is really good information, and we're going to make sure that you guys get it.
all
So
right,
even
I'm
if you have
about
to do a
to
recording,
get off
and
because
he
the
can't even
internet
hear me.
is not make us.
About to
It's
do a
not good
recording
to us
and get
today.
off.
It is just not
But
good
if you
to us
did
today. You know, the
enjoy
devil
some
is
of it,
trying his best.
type it in
Teach
the
y'all
chat,
how
and we will do it
use
again.
harmonic patterns, and you know, it just ain't working
Thank you
out.
so
But let me
much.
show you one last thing. One last thing. All right, just one last thing before this internet mess with us again. All right, it's the devil's work. All right, it's a mess. All right, back where I was at. Let me share my screen. You just, you know, the devil just can't, you know, just don't want you to be good. Just want you to be, yeah. All right. Wait. All right. What I was doing earlier. All right. So like I was saying, you can also do these future bats, all right? You will want it, you know, somewhere. You see this twist right up in here? Let me get rid of all these for y'all. And let's drop some regular support and resistance before the internet deems us to be, you know. Batman Beyond, future bats. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's do this, all right? So we can call support right here. We'll call this support, right? This is what we're going to call support, all right? Didn't go too far into not going up into its regular place, the candles as well. Let's say that it breaks through the cloud and it goes right through here. And then it continues right up in here. And then it goes back down, all right? Because all this is consolidation, and this is the 1 hour. Let's say that gold just wants to consolidate, and then you could, you know, it's not good to get in consolidation period, but when you draw up these patterns, these harmonic, you know, harmonic patterns, then you could possibly, you know, gain profit within these, what's the word? Consolidation, all right? Let's say that the market goes up through this Kumo twist. It hits this resistance right here, right? Almost exact. It hits this resistance, all right? Gold continues to go up to its next resistance. So it could resist right here, and it could go back down. So that's what I'm seeing gold as right now. So whoever's in gold, there you go. This is what I drew up for y'all in gold, all right? All right. I was glad to teach all about these harmonic patterns. I want to be doing these weekly, every Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will schedule another meeting soon because the internet did not want to be good to us today, and I don't know why. Y'all have a blessed Saturday evening and enjoy your day. All right. Pippin' and dipping and pippin' and dipping. Bless you. Thank you.